There are no spoilers in this video. It will function as part review, part vibe check to help answer the question, should you watch The Last of Us? It's a post-apocalyptic drama from HBO based on the award-winning video game of the same name. But don't worry, it's one of the most successful and seamless video game adaptations to hit the screen. You don't need to have picked up a controller in your life to get into this. The story follows Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, or Joel and Ellie, thrown together in the middle of a fungal pandemic that's turned most of the population into aggressive, shrieking, let's call them mushroom people. The world's fallen apart and these two have to travel across what's left of the world, dodging danger, dodging people, and maybe, just maybe, finding something to live for. Think The Road meets Children of Men with a dash of 28 Days Later and a pinch of emotional damage. But here's the vibe. This isn't your typical zombie show. Yes, there's zombies. Yes, they're horrifying, especially the ones with heads that look like they've been left in the fridge too long, known as clickers. But the real story is about people, how they survive, what they're willing to sacrifice, and the relationships they find themselves desperately clinging to. It's slow-burning, character-focused, and emotionally brutal. There are episodes that barely feature any zombies at all. Instead, you're watching people talk, break, heal, or fall apart. The setting is a post-apocalyptic world swarmed with infected, but a lot of the time this setting is simply the frame the writers use to be able to explore the deeper relationships within it. Because in a post-apocalyptic world, the last few relationships you have remaining become so much more important and the stakes are so much higher. Still, it's not all doom and gloom. There's sprinkles of humour, warmth, and even beauty tucked into the rubble or tucked into the fungi. This is HBO, so the production quality is top tier. It's written and created by Neil Druckmann and Craig Mazin, and Craig is one of the minds behind Chernobyl, an absolutely phenomenal HBO series in both IMDb's and my own personal top 5. The sets look stunningly real, from crumbling cities to abandoned highways overtaken by greenery. The world feels lived in, believable, and eerily quiet. You can practically smell the damp concrete and unwashed apocalypse people. Pedro plays Joel, continuing his unofficial side hustle as TV's favourite reluctant father figure. He's emotionally closed off, quietly furious, and somehow still pretty sympathetic. Bella as Ellie was controversial with the game fans due to the lack of resemblance, but her performance is tough, hilarious, and capable of turning on a switch to show vulnerability. Their chemistry does a lot of the work here, because as controversial as the choice of Bella Ramsey to play Ellie was, she brings a lot more energy for Pedro to play off than a CGI green alien. The supporting cast, equally stellar. Nearly every side character feels like they could carry their own spin-off. And in one or two cases, they basically do. There's a few bottle-like episodes that explore characters and relationships. One of them had me close to tears, I'll be honest. Now, if you have played the game, the show is impressively faithful at points. Many scenes are lifted straight from the source, down to the dialogue and even the camera angles.
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
But this isn't a shot-for-shot remake. The series knows when to stay close and when to veer off the path, and those changes almost always pay off. Some episodes expand on side characters you barely got to know in the game, others explore entirely new backstories, giving emotional depth where the game could only hint. It's a remix, not a cover band. And in some places, it might even improve on the original. You can decide that. Either way, whether you're a die-hard fan or a complete newcomer, there's something to appreciate and a few surprises waiting either way. Alright, so should you watch The Last of Us? If you like slow-burn character studies set in high-stake worlds, this is likely for you. If you enjoy prestige dramas that punch you in the feelings and then hug you afterwards, also potentially. But if you're looking for constant action, traditional horror pacing, or something light and bingeable, you might want to swerve this one. It demands patience and emotional investment. This is less Zombieland, more existential crisis with bonus zombies. Either way, if you do watch it, just don't eat mushrooms while you watch it, or look too much into the science behind the infection. That's The Last of Us in 5 minutes. If you end up watching it because of this video, let me know your thoughts.